Ashana that couldn't support a DNA for her son, but she can go to court to claim Mohbad's property. The same Mohbad that she never went to court for once to fight for who killed Mohbad. She never went to court to testify to what she saw on the night Mohbad died. But she's going to court secretly to claim Mohbad billion. What betray you, Ashana? O ma shokuni. O ni gbendi aye nawo yen. Olórí burúkú ọmọ. Ọmọ òfò. Ọmọ táyé ń ṣépè fún. Olórí burúkú aláìní tìjú. Am I communicating? You can't support DNA for Mohbad. Even when Mohbad died, she only went to Coroner Court once. She was never there again. Anybody that is seeking for justice for Mohbad, she and her gang, they will attack the person. They will arrest the person. This is a lady that wants justice for Mohbad. But behind the scene, she can't go to court to seek justice for the innocent boy. This is a boy that you said, he pampered me and my son, he looked after myself and my son. You can't even get justice for him. But behind the scene, you have the time, you have the effrontery to want to go and claim his property. It can only happen in Nigeria. It can only happen in Nigeria. As how now? Bedwoman, yeah. You are a product of one night stand. Ashana, yeah. Oh, say ya wo koto se fun enu ka niyen. Ashana. Olórí burúkú tó sọ story lójoojúmọ́. Àjọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. We went to the same school. Àjọ ta shawama ni. Wọ́n ṣe fẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn tó jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kékeré pẹ̀lú boyfriend wọ́n ti fẹ́ wọn lẹ́ni. Wọ́n ti ń gbádùn. Bella àti Javis ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Relationship wọn kò pé 3 years. Wọ́n fẹ́ Javis. Tí wọ́n ẹ bá dání tó bá ṣe dáadáa Ashana, Mohbad á sì fẹ́. O ní máa ṣe gbogbo orí burúkú tó ń ṣe because gbogbo nǹkan ló wà lára ẹ. Ó ń jalè, ó ń parọ́, ó ń dóko kiri. Ó gbọ́mọ àlè wálé, ó ní rígáàdì fáwọn àna ẹ olórí burúkú. Ìyàwó tí ẹ̀wù wọn náà olóṣì ó jẹ́ lọ ra second child jẹ kó ní kí tó kẹ́ bá kí wọ́n fún ẹ́ líǹkì kó lọ ra second child jẹ ní Post-Novo kó lè bí òyìnbó. Ìwọ tó fi jọ́kọ̀ jà fún justice for Mohbad. Ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ gba ìlágùn ọmọ yẹn. Jẹ́ tún rán létí orin tó kọ bí yóò mọ̀. Daddy sent me to poly, but I did not go to poly to study. Daddy, I am sorry. Daddy, I am sorry. Oh, emphasize lórí sorry yẹn ni. Daddy sent me to poly. Daddy said, make I go to school. But instead of going to school, I'm a pastor, I'm a don't come here. Oh, emphasize lórí sorry yẹn ni Ashana. Daddy, I am sorry.
All right, so it's now time for the DNA of Liam. Bro, you think what I posted yesterday was the shocker? You see this one ain't shocked me past for everything, yeah. This part is crazy, you know. Very, very crazy. I was shocked. I'm like, bro. But anyways, before I start on the DNA, because this DNA is really important, there's some narrative that I've seen. And I will answer that narrative because I want that narrative to die today. You see them say, Jojo, after how many years, you know, they talk about Mohbad never get justice. That's number one. They will now say, very dark man, you must tell us who killed Mohbad. That's number two. You see, first things first. There's a person called Tupac Umaru Shakur. He's a legend, right? He was killed in 1996. Coincidentally, that was the same year that Mohbad was born, 1996. There's another coincidence again. Mohbad died on the 12th of September, 2023. Do you know when Tupac died? Tupac died on the 13th of September, 1996. See, there's a similarity. Just one day apart in their death dates. And after 30 years, they finally arrested somebody linked to the death of Tupac after 30 years. With all the equipment, all the police that they have, after it took a whole 30 years to be able to track down and arrest Kifidi. So this Mohbad, how many years has it been? But all these things that they are saying, I'll tell you why they are saying it. They don't want people's attention on the matter because attention puts them under pressure. It's that pressure that they don't want. They think they've covered everything. For their mind now, they don't hide all the evidence. They don't kill the case. That's why they vex anytime when I bring the matter out. It affects them. Because they said they don't kill that case. Nobody go ask again. They don't chop. They'll clean mouth. Everything. Bro, slow and steady. I'm a patient person. And one thing about me, do you know why I'm always here? Because the truth never departs from my lips. No matter if people try to twist what I say, or blah, blah, you can't change the truth. So now, we'll go straight to the DNA. Now, with that narrative of that, after many years, Mohbad never get just tell them to Tupac. Took 30 years for them to arrest one person. Now, as you all know, this DNA matter, I brought it up in the earlier stage of the investigation. I was almost eaten alive by a lot of Nigerian women. A lot of them, not all. I was almost eaten alive. They hated me for it till today. But I don't care about the hate because, to be honest, that's your opinion. Your hating is your opinion. I don't care. So they hated me for it. I was even threatened by the family members then that they would sue me if I talk about the DNA again. But of course, I'll be Ratel. You can't threaten me, you know. That one move. Now, Baba Mohbad now capitalized on that DNA. Because for some reason, it is the DNA that they have not been able to answer. They've not done it. And that DNA that I was insulted and rebuked for is the only thing that's holding on to this case. Anyways, this year in 2026, around 10th of February, they went to court because Baba Mohbad had been pressuring that he wants to do the DNA. They should give him Liam. Let him go and do a DNA test to be sure that that is his grandson. Then they will know how to move on from there. So he kept on asking the court, and the court finally granted it. But now, they cannot do a normal DNA test. Because the fluid, the water from Mohbad body go down dry. The blood self no go balance again. So there's no way they can do the normal DNA. So they will have to resort to doing what we call a tissue-based DNA test. So now, what is a tissue-based DNA? Let me read it. A tissue-based DNA testing is a DNA testing done using a piece of biological tissue from a person's body rather than the typical cheek swab or blood sample. For a deceased person, tissue may be collected from sources such as the muscle or other preserved tissue, skin, bone, or teeth, internal organ, depending on the condition of the body. The laboratory extracts DNA from the tissue and compares the DNA profile with the samples from relative or another person. Important. Tissue-based DNA can be particularly useful in identification and paternity kinship cases involving deceased person, especially when a normal cheek swab is impossible. So in this case, they'll need to do a tissue base on Mohbad. So they'll collect sample from Liam, then they'll collect a bone or teeth or part of his skin, then they'll go and do the DNA testing. Now, this DNA, they can't do it in Nigeria. They can't do it in Nigeria. They have to take it abroad because even the normal DNA, you cannot even do it in Nigeria. So now, they say they will need to collect sample from Liam and take to the US. Of course, there was a debate. Ummi said she get her own hospital. When they started dragging, the court now gave an order. The court now said, you know what? Baba Mohbad, we will give you people time. You will provide 3 names, 3 hospital names or laboratory where they do DNA. 3 from your side. Ummi, you will provide 3 from your side. And the court, who is like an umpire, the welfare officer will bring 3 laboratories where they will conduct this DNA. After your research, go and do your research and make sure that these people do DNA. On all levels, they do DNA. They agreed, they left. When they came back, they now brought 3 names each. Then the court now pick one out of each. I will read the court, what the court said. After all said and done, it is hereby unanimously agreed by all the parties and their lawyers in this case that the paternity test DNA herein mentioned should be carried out and done at these 3 laboratory centers, while the taking and forwarding of the sample must be well supervised by the social welfare officer, Ms. R.O. Aderamo. The laboratory centers are as follows. Number 1, the number 1 is the one that Baba Mohbad brought. DNA Diagnostics Center, Fairfield, Ohio, United States, ED Manton AB. So this number 1, Baba Mohbad brought it. Number 2 is the one that Ummi brought. Alpha Biolab, 14 Webster Court, Karina Park, Westbrook, Warrington, WA5 AWD, United Kingdom. Then number 3 is the one that the court provided, the one that the welfare officer provided, Mrs. R.O. Adiramo. She said she provided Advanced Histopathology Laboratory Limited, 47A Davonshire Street, Lower Ground Floor, London, WIG 7AW, United Kingdom. Then it goes on to say, the taking of the sample and forwarding of the sample to the above laboratory centers must be adequately supervised by Ms. R.O. Adiramo, the welfare officer, in the presence of the parties and their respective lawyers. I hold and I so hold. Right? So the courts have chosen and have said, okay, since you people have done your research and you have said you have brought these laboratories, we'll give you have done research, these people do DNA on all type of DNA they do. Right? Tissue based, everything they do. So it has been agreed. So they give them. Now, they were now getting ready to collect sample from Liam. So as they were preparing, somebody from Baba Mohbad camp now said, see, we are sure of our own laboratory where we want to do this DNA in the US. Because we have nothing to hide. Right? But with the way we have been doing since this DNA matter, this is their own lab that they brought. Can we do an investigation if truly these people are legit? Because I don't trust this girl, though. They started arguing. One of them now said, what is the harm in trying? All we have to do is to send them an email to be sure that they do the DNA. Oh boy, now we have a problem there. Let me read the email that was sent. Hey! Oh, mommy! Alright, so this is the DNA that was sent to the one that Wunmi provided, Alpha Bio Lab. As you can see, Alpha Bio Lab, it is there. See the address, Alpha Bio Lab, and the address that is here, right? So the person that sent the email, my name is Oluwasegun Julius, and I am a resident of the United States. I am writing to inquire whether your laboratory performs tissue-based DNA testing for paternity purposes. I am assisting my family members in Nigeria who need clarity regarding paternity. The child is a minor under the age of 5 and is alive, located in Nigeria, and the alleged father is deceased. His body has been embalmed for over 2 years without no fluid and blood remains in the body system and is currently held in a morgue in Lagos, Nigeria. We would like to know if your laboratory can support testing in this situation. Details of our inquiry, what they want to know. Number 1, do you perform DNA testing using tissue from an already embalmed body? An embalmed body is a body that has been preserved, make it no smell, all those things, so they're not already embalmed, so that you know the smell and you know the decay or something like that, right? Number 2, what specific samples are required, e.g. bone tissue type, and what material or collection kits are needed to ensure proper and uncontaminated collection? That is when they want to collect sample from Liam. Number 3, what is the total cost for this process, including international coordination if applicable? Number 4, what is the estimated turnaround time from sample collection to final result? Number 5, do you have a partner laboratory representative or a sample collector in Nigeria who can assist with a proper sample collection and shipment? Number 6, if not, could you please provide detailed written instruction, required documentation, and handling procedures so the samples can be collected and preserved correctly? Kindly also provide all necessary consent form and documentation, clear sample collection and shipping instruction, a direct phone number for your office or a specialist who we can speak with for guidance. We want to ensure that any samples collected are handled correctly and meet your laboratory's standards to avoid contamination or delay. Thank you very much for your time and assistance. I look forward to your response. And that was when these people, Alpha Biolab, now responded to Mr. Oluwasegun. And this is what they said. Dear Oluwasegun, thank you for contacting us. Unfortunately, we cannot assist as the body has already been embalmed. So therefore, they don't do a tissue-based DNA. And their women submitted this, that they do a tissue-based DNA. The question is this: which results would they have provided if they didn't send this email to confirm if this lab does tissue-based DNA? Therefore, Wunmi would have submitted a result, a DNA result. So which one they won't submit? Which one? But no be Wunmi won't shock me because I expected Wunmi's phone to be like this. Wunmi will not shock me at all. You know the one where shocked me? The courts. This same message that I just read, they just copied it and sent it to the email of Advanced Histopathology Laboratory Limited. And their response will shock you, but they used another name. When it was sent, the person that sent it was Folakemi Shodipo. They sent her an email, and this is what they said. Thank you for your email. We do not provide these services. This one said, no, they won't do DNA. Hey, Nigeria. Woo, woo, woo. The one that the court provided, they don't do DNA at all. So therefore, the court and Wunmi, they in sync. These people are in cahoots. Bro, now the question is this. If Baba Mohbad people did not send an email, thank God this thing will both in. People feel go they verify. Start sending them emails to ask. Let them start responding to all of you. Please send them emails. So if they didn't inquire, which result will Wunmi for bring? So therefore they will not have done the testing. So which result they won't bring before? So if to say Baba Mohbad bring your own, Wunmi will come bring their own, and court will bring their own. Two of them, they will not agree that our own is the same now. Baba Mohbad, your own is not the same. They will come be and see Baba Mohbad na madman. They'll say, Nigerians will say, but the court have already said that it's not, the child is on Mohbad now. So what is he saying? Don't he say a madman? Thank God he went to go and inquire beforehand. Nigerians, shame that they see. Now, that brings us to the coroner inquest. I will read what Prime Boy said. Prime Boy, Mohbad's best friend, in the open court. This one will be statements. This is a certified true copy, as you can see. CTC. This is the everybody for the coroner inquest they here. Bro, this coroner inquest bust my head. I go start to read them online. After this DNA now. Bro, now go crazy. I swear to God. Now, this is what Prime Boy said. The question they asked Prime Boy. Can you tell this court, you said there was a misunderstanding before you came down from the car to clear the road. Did you pick any hints that led to the misunderstanding or bone of contention as a confidence to Mohbad? Then Prime Boy answered, the only thing I know is that Cynthia was angry when Mohbad said, I only moved closer to you once, and I don't know if this baby is even mine. Like maybe Mohbad was not ashamed to say this kind of a thing in the presence, and they started fighting, and Mohbad said, I gave your mom 400,000. You guys think you can bring me down and take all my properties? I will stop here. This issue of property will continue in another place. We will continue at another place. This issue of property, as you can see, a link to Wunmi going to fake an NIN name. She went to go and add Aloba to her name. Forgery. Secretly went to court to substitute Mohbad's name and put her name so that she will claim billions for Mohbad royalty. She and Adura Aloba. Both of these two persons, they were in that house that day when everything happened. Me, at the top of my head, I feel like the both of them know exactly what happened, and they decided to agree within themselves that, Omo, it don't happen. This is what we are going to do. Me and you will share. That is what I can see in all of this. But you see this property, but more leave her. Will they come back to them? Right? It has been established that she forged documents to collect royalty. But now we are talking about the DNA. Prime Boy said that the argument that buzzed this fight was when Mohbad said, I only moved to you once. Meaning say, I only knock you once. I don't even know if the baby is mine. Not knock you once, as per se, they never knocked anywhere before. Because according to the story, they don't know themselves for a long time. But maybe in this period, because Mohbad can just say, I only knock you once. You can't come back and talk, say, this speaking on my own. I'm not even sure say this speaking on my own. So therefore, up till now, they've not done a DNA on the boy. Now, the lawyers now went back to court and said, my lord, this is what we discovered. This is what we discovered, though. That the information that the welfare officer, that the court brought, this court which is meant to be supervising if what we are doing is transparent, the court went to go and give an information of a lab that does not do DNA at all. And the one that Wunmi brought also does not do a tissue-based DNA, especially on an embalmed body. Do you know what they said? The judge said. The judge said, "Eh, now, but this DNA, she will told you people to forget about it. Why you people don't?" That magistrate, they're saying don't retire now. There's another part. They said that when they go to court, anytime they enter court, that if they don't come out from court or bring Mama Mohbad enter, the case continues even when the other lawyers don't come out. But then again, the question is, DNA test, how far? So right now, as we speak, what is going on is that Ummi, we don't even know the papa of the pikin, because even she said, say, may they give her sample, maybe only she go do am. That one don't cast. Lastly, you see that group chat when I released that time? That group chat of their Tonto and everybody. It is said that one of the reasons why the group chat scattered towards the end is because they went to go and conduct a secret DNA. And when they conducted this secret DNA, the results came back inconclusive. And the other persons in the group now tell Queen Murder, see, after this result, she refused to disclose to them because all of them, they didn't have direct access to Ummi. Now only Iyabo has access to Ummi. Iyabo refused to share that result. And that was why, you see, now I don't even do. That was why some of them scatter for the group. Because Iyabo was never open to them. And Nain caused problem. They say Nain could cause problem between her and the other new Queen Mother where God called. You understand? But that is not the basic of this. All this one are just them say. More take and say them say. So they say that we don't do DNA before codedly. And it came back inconclusive. Right? But now, the one that the court have ordered, these people went to go and bring fake labs because the girl does not want to do DNA. And Mohbad have said that I only do you once. But even the Mohbad said, only once, say if you give person belle na Mohbad. Once they give belle too. once they give belle. But I guess he's trying to talk about the timing. Yeah? Maybe he's trying to talk about the timing. Say, come, me and you knock yesterday, for instance. Or I knock you day before yesterday. You can't come today, say you don't carry belle. Come, you sure see this belle and me get time. So maybe he's talking about the timing, yeah? But that's not the point. The only place to clear all of this is that DNA must be done. You see, after how many years? This is 2026, 3 years, one thing. Where VDM talks, still they hold the matter till today. The girl never do it.
How did we get here? We started from justice for Mohbad. And one way or the other, somebody somewhere on social media that thinks he has right to just interfere into family issues started the DNA narrative. And you know, a lot of people get along with it. And
so I think I remember there was a time he was here for an interview, and one of the, that's your father-in-law now, one of the questions we asked him was why was he insisting on the DNA? And I remembered him saying that because the son had told him at some point, or told a friend at some point, that the baby was not his. So do you think he has a right to ask for the DNA, knowing that somebody has mentioned something like, likely this baby may not be his? So
as a father, I think, you know, legally he doesn't have the rights. But because I feel like I have nothing to hide, so I feel like he asked me for DNA is not an issue. But it's just the way he's asking me, like, you know, yes, it's like, because he knows so that presently, like, I'm actually, let me just say, the most bullied widow in Nigeria right now. So at first, when this DNA narrative came out, I told you, like I said before, I called him, but wasn't talking about it. He was talking about something else entirely. And it was, you know, I saw him going to an interview talking about the DNA. And I was like, at first he said because the Nigerians wanted hits. Later he moved to saying my husband's friend told him that he only had sex with me once. Like, why would I tell him that I'm pregnant? That once one sex can never lead to pregnancy and all of that. Meanwhile, this same person that he said told him these things did not follow us back home. That was the person that fought with him at the show. So how come this same person is the one insisting? I told him, because this same person did not go to the house with us. It was just me, my husband, his brother, and the other team members. He's just using the DNA as a tool to punish me, to punish my son and I. Yeah.
When's the first time he asked for a DNA test in public?
So when the DNA narrative came out, at first I didn't take it serious because I was like, who is this guy asking for the DNA of my child? Like, who is in the grand scheme of things? Like, this guy is nobody to us. So why is he asking for the paternity?
Who is the person that asked?
I don't want to mention his name.
Right. Was this a blogger?
Like social media.
One of the social media content creators.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Then, you know, I was like, why is he asking for the DNA of my child?
Yeah.
So at first, I didn't take him serious. Not until my father-in-law started talking about it. And I had to put a call through to him. You know, I called him, I asked him again, like, Daddy, what really happened? Like, why are you doing this to Liam? And he kept on saying, why do I have to take him to my mother-in-law's place? Does it bear my mother-in-law's surname? Like, what effort do I have to take him to my mother-in-law's place and not his own house in Ikorodu? Is he not the owner of his grandchild? You know? And I still try to tell me, Daddy, I'm scared because you've been going out there to say different things about me. But I'm scared. Like, you know, you cannot keep doing this and expect me to bring Liam to you. And he was like, okay, what's the problem? And, you know, he hung up. So I was expecting him to talk about the DNA, but he never did. So I think, no, the next day he went on live on TikTok, on Instagram live to talk about the DNA again. Like, it was literally talking about it like almost every day. So I think 3 days after I called him again. Like, I wanted to ask him, like, what does he really want? Like, I really want him to stop going out there to defame my baby. But he didn't pick up my calls. I called him repeatedly for like a week, but he did not pick up. So I stopped calling. So I think around November, it was around November, he sent a message to my lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, he sent a message to my lawyer that I should bring Liam to him, that he wants to perform a DNA test on him. So my lawyer sent it to me, and I told my lawyer that I am scared. Like, I'm scared to take my baby to him because he has gone out there to say so many defamatory things about me. He has said it publicly that he hates me so much.
Now to the issue of DNA, where we say your husband, papa, they call for, say, make them do the DNA test for your own son, will be own grandchild. You as wife to the late Mohbad, why you never do the DNA till now?
I don't ready for this DNA since November 2023. My husband died September, November, now I don't ready.
Now you don't reach almost 1 year, or even more than, from 2023, reach 2025 now. Who they hold the DNA? Why it never happen now?
Now my father-in-law, me I no get issue with DNA. Say, but make I just say that one thing I want beg am for, make him please, make him know they talk bad about this speaking for media again. Say this boy go grow up, he go see all of these things. Say which kind of face you want making they lose look am.
But you now, Wumi, Cynthia Aloba, you dey ready to do the DNA. What thing go happen if your father-in-law no ready to do?
My lawyer don't talk say we go court. Say we go tell the judge, you know, this situation where we find ourselves with this. And we go tell the judge, say make the judge give us order. You know, say my husband tissue, nobody go there. It gas be order from courts. So we go tell the judge, say make the judge give us order. And make the judge making monitor everything we want to do. And we go tell the public as the thing they go, because now the public I want to do DNA for like this. Because my father-in-law, he knows that I'm picking. So now he know the reason why they do that kind of thing for him picking. So the media will say they don't lie, give. Now them go, I want to do the DNA.
You don't understand? It's just to teach you people that you should don't follow things with emotions, evidence.
Very dark man came out to do that video. I know that they've called you to tell you that I have petitioned them, right? NCCC, they've called you to tell you that I have petitioned them. So you have to come out and do your normal manipulative tactics. I'm a very wise woman. I know when to fight. I know when to listen. And I know when to speak. I'm not like you that speaks from the both side of the mouth. I'm not like you that is very, very manipulative, deceitful, cunning. I'm far different from you. That's the difference between me and you. You've tried in all your might to bring me down, but you cannot. Because who God has made, no man can destroy. No man can destroy. I'm so glad that you yourself sat to see a lot of videos of you circulating on this same internet space, videos that you made. Or you insisted that they cancel Naira Marley with your own mouth. Videos that you made against them, numerous videos, before you decided to take a turn. So that you can know that you speak from the both sides of your mouth. And people should not take you serious. Guys, let me go straight to it. So, yes, I was invited by the, police people? They call them the National Cyber Bullying stuff, right? And I was on my way to Tanzania for Priscilla's wedding when I was called upon. I saw the letter, I sent it to my lawyer, I put a call through, I sent a message that I'm not going to be around, but when I come back, I would honor their invitation. So I traveled, I came back. When I came back, they responded with a letter and asked me to pick a date. I picked the date. And we went, me and my lawyer, we got to Abuja. I didn't know why I was invited, but I had an idea. But I just didn't know which of it was, But later, I had an idea of why I was going there, so I went. When I got there, I met with Officer Suleiman. He was the one in charge of the case. I was also taken to see another senior officer, the lady. And Officer Suleiman took me in, and I was asked to write my statement. You know, when you want to first write statement, they will say you should write about when you were born, your this and that, your family, your address, your I wrote. When I was done, they asked me that what's my relationship with Naira Marley. That what exactly did Naira Marley do to me? I said, Naira Marley, I don't understand. They said, yes, now that Naira Marley is the one that wrote the petition. That, I should also explain my own side of the story. So I started explaining my side of the story. I talked about, yes, I used to promote Naira Marley's song through my TikTok video. I've never met Naira Marley before, which I thank God that when he came eventually, and I asked him before those police people, have you ever seen me before? He said no. So let me go back. So yes, I said, I used to promote a song until when Mohbad died. I was in America. How they even buried him was the first heartache for me when his neck was broken. I think I was on my way back to Nigeria. I came back, I went to Abuja. And then I saw a video, a Snapchat of Naira Marley coming to dance, At that time, fingers were already pointing towards his direction. A lot of videos started coming out. I was angry, like, guy, this is not the time for you to be dancing when one of your person, whether the guy is still under your record label or he's not under your record label anymore, at least he was part of you people on Snapchat. And I was like, then Sam Larry also, did one video, was saying, you know, later deleted the video, but obviously the video had circulated, you know, something like where Oku in sorrow, you know, that kind of thing. Like, you know, when somebody's dead, the dead cannot speak, you know, then he later deleted it. I was like, ah. Then videos started coming out about how he went to Naamali's house with some of his friends to say he didn't want to work with their manager anymore. How, you know, they were beaten. He landed in the hospital. We saw the bruises. He said, if anything happened to me, you know, they should hold Naamali. How there was so many videos just flying around. Until when I now saw Sam Larry's video, when Zlatan and Mohbad were having a video shoot, and he came in with some boys. They were holding weapon. They were holding something like looked like a weapon, and I was like, So this thing is true. And as a concerned citizen, as a mother, I don't think I was the only one that was pained. Because if I was the only one that was pained when we did the candle night, I don't think the whole world would have done that, the candle nights that he did for Mohbad. We all came out. And I used my platform. Because a lot of narratives were flowing during that time. We had the narrative of the friend, you know, they say the acting with ring. We had another narrative, you understand, about so many things. And then when Sam Larry's voice came out where he said, what he basing? What he basing means that they have buried him. All stations settled. I said, I don't want to believe. But with all these things that are going on, it's very glaring that Sam Larry bullied Mohbad. And what we saw in happened in Naamali's house, where he was beaten, his neck had a teeth bite and all that. Then Naira Marley bullied Mohbad. And I was angry. Now what you see will definitely
Trust me, the worst thing that can happen to anybody, whether man or woman, is to have an inside enemy, to have an indoor enemy. How can someone like Mohbad have a woman that her name is Cynthia? Mohbad, by Cynthia, up till today, she never come outside, tell the whole Nigeria what happened to Mohbad. In fact, tell the whole world, because not be only Nigerians they listen to Mohbad's song. Now, the worst part na Mohbad brother. This one na indoor enemy. So, apparently, because I listened to VDM's video, waiting I just dey imagine be say, wait a minute. Hope say no be waiting me I dey think. It be like say na Aloba get that pikin. Or even if say na Mohbad get the pikin. In fact, see, my brain just they go round and round, because if person fit explain to me why Wunmi no gree do DNA, then it will be understandable. Now, this thing has brought us back to the reason why Wunmi has always been like, she said no to the DNA. Anytime that they brought up the DNA matter, is always a problem. Okay, when Mohbad died initially, there's different narratives was flying and all of that. The only person that brought that DNA matter was VDM. And because say VDM bring out that DNA matter, now where VDM Wala start with Iyabo Ojo dem, Tonto and Co. After all the old gragra we then do, now still the DNA be the cocoa. Okay, Mohbad by Abi. In that's you know even wait made them bury Mohbad. You run go they change your names for all your official documents. Like seriously? You run. They no even marry you. Even if say they marry you. Let's even assume, say, them pay your bride price, they marry you. What was the rush all about? Knowing fully well, say the man where you they claim say we marry you. That's the buying case never settle. Things they happen, no. To be honest, whenever things happen, we suppose they learn. So for Aloba now, what is the connection between you and Wunmi? You're supposed to fight for your brother's rights. You're supposed to fight for your dead brother's rights, for your family's rights, for your father's rights. You leave your papa, you leave your mama, you leave your siblings. You leave Mohbad when need justice, go dey fight for woman. And you did the house when Mohbad by you and Wunmi decided to conceal everything. Instead, you follow Wunmi, go change name, make una go collect money when una no work for. Make una go collect money when una no work for. You see this life? You will be man. If you dey choose woman, choose rightly. And then someone like the so-called Iyabojo decided to support this type of evil. And the Iyabojo get pikin. Iyabojo get son, get daughter. If person do Iyabojo pikin this thing, we should take it. Sometimes people come to social media to support what they will never take. If person do you this kind of thing, Iyabojo, will you take it? You get mouth to come they support Wunmi, they carry Liam as your grandson and all of that. Shebi, see this way they call Kama. You see this way they call Kama. Iyabojo, you see this way they call Kama. He go visit you very soon because you supported this evil. Even if say tomorrow you finally realize say you be not there aware when this thing they happen or maybe not be waiting with me tell you they happen. You suppose not come outside, do video, wash your hand, come out. But even up till now, you never still come outside, talk say, see I don't wash my hand, come out, and you are supporting evil. You get pikin, you get gear, you get son, and your gear don't born pikin. That means you're a grandmother be, and you they support this kind of thing. I pray may this kind of thing happen to you.